This is a pace with all my alicorn OCs. All bases by cherru-bases on deviantart. First up, Yuma. This odd-looking alicorn came out of nowhere. There is no mentions of her in pony history. She is very cheery and outgoing, almost too much for most ponies, as she is more dramatic than Pinky by herself. Her closest friend is a unicorn called Quill. The two are polar opposite. She is overall here for a good time. Next is Shadow Dust. He was born of the shadows long before Celestia and Luna, but kept himself hidden until Luna's return from the moon. He is overly laid back and can come off lazy, but he takes his job of taking the darkness at bay very seriously, especially after Nightmare Moon came into existence. Next is Eclipse, Nightmare Moon's daughter. She keeps herself in the Luna and Celestia's old castle to stay far from other ponies. Due to who is her mother, she gets a lot of hate. She is surprisingly very gentle yet direct. Like Luna, she is nocturnal and her eyes are too sensitive to the sun's light. All she wants is to be left alone to read. She doesn't like her mother and has vowed to help take Nightmare Moon down if she ever returns. Next up is Ayasara, Luna's daughter. She is made of pure magic and is a lot more outgoing than her sister Eclipse. They share a love for books and the night itself, but Ayasara is much more talkative as she loves to learn and talk about her latest hyperfixation. Similar to Luna and Eclipse, she is also nocturnal, but that is due to the late nights staying up talking to her mother and learning about Luna's royal duties. She hopes to be able to take on her mother's role in the future. She gets along with Eclipse well, as the two share book recommendations and new information with one another. However, Ayasara isn't close to her aunt, Celestia, at all, mainly due to their conflicting schedules and Ayasara noticing how Celestia treats her mother. Next is Zero, my first ever OC from 2017. He is my evil baby boy. He is a devoted follower of Sombra, who was his teacher. Sombra taught Zero everything he knows. As due to a mishap with his magic, Zero was abandoned by his own family, Sombra being the only pawn there for him. In recent times, however, he gave up his want to bring Sombra back, instead raising an abandoned foal of his own. Lastly is Aguaya, the daughter of Celestia. She was born from Celestia's rage, and often people mistake Aguaya for being evil and tempered. But this isn't true. She's a very mild-tempered pony who is soft-spoken. Despite not having a horn, she still possessed ability to use magic at will. She has two sets of wings that can make flying rather difficult. However, they don't seem to bother her at all. Her mane and tail, however, isn't fire like her mother's. Rather, it's pure lava that she can mold any way she wants.